Yo, what's up, everybody? This is LB back at y'all with another one, man. Shout out to the whole LDBC Lions Den basketball community. Subscribe to the Patreon. Let's get right into this, man. And shout out to all my subscribers, too, man. I really do appreciate y'all, man. Straight up, man. Portland Trailblazers, y'all made me look like a complete idiot. And as a result, I owe Myron Jones to the moon. I owe him $100. So Myron Jones, if you watch this video, man, I need your email address or your Cash App or whatever like that, so I can drop that money in your bank account, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we made a bet. I lost the bet. Now it's time for me to step up and honor the bet. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuses here. But Portland, y'all made me like a complete idiot. You know, I do a good job of myself looking like a complete idiot. I don't need nobody else making me look like a complete idiot for me. You know what I'm saying? Terry Stotts should be fired expeditiously. I've been telling y'all for 2 years about this dude. Whether it be him or Brett Brown, all them motherfuckers, man, need to be gone. Shout out to T. Joyner in the building. And T. Joyner, you know what I'm saying? I know we talk behind the scenes. I owe you $100 too. So expect that money in your bank account here in a couple days. I need a couple things to clear up, and then I'm gonna give you your money too. What up, James? What up, E Honda? Salute to y'all in the building. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit pissed me off, man. Bad coaching, bad shot selection. You know, Gary Trent Jr. thinking he's the second coming of Damian Lillard, man. What the fuck? Ain't no goddamn role player should be running around here thinking he the second coming to anything. You know, like I said last night on Ticket live stream, you know what I'm saying? Because he did an eloquent live stream last night about Terry Stotts, right? But I've always said the Portland Trailblazers win in spite of him and not because of him, right? Shout out to Real Facts TV, 501 Shy Boy Zan. Salute to y'all in the building, right? And y'all make sure you hit the like in the when y'all come in. Please hit the like. You know what I'm saying? That that really will help me out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that shit pissed me off to the no end that Terry Stotts is running around here calling himself being a head coach. But yeah, you got a man in Carmelo Anthony who was cooking with chicken grease, right? And I'm talking about the yesterday's chicken grease that add flavor to your goddamn chicken, right? He was cooking with that. And yet, they failed to give the man the ball. What up, man? So I'm looking for 2 more for TV video of the Portland Trailblazers autopsy report. But I'm giving you a preview of that autopsy report. All right, they already got money tied up to Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, right? So, and Carmelo Anthony says he already wants to come back. All right, so it'll be interesting to see if yeah, man, I'm out here giving away money, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Myron Jones, like I say, man, I need your email and your Cash App so I can deposit that money in your bank account, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, man, that shit pissed me off, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought Portland had all the momentum. I know they fought tooth and nail to get that 8th seed, right? I knew they fought tooth and nail to get that 8th seed, and I thought they had the momentum. So I figured, taking that momentum to the playoffs, right? And Elder Rufus, he said something one day on Taking Live Stream that in 2020 hindsight it made sense. He said there was a veteran team. They went. They already had the number 1 seed locked up, so there's really no need to go hard to the core on these games, knowing we had the number 1 seed locked up, right? And it kind of makes sense now when you look at it in the grand scheme of things. But man, they, I think you make that move and fire Terry Stotts. I really do. I think you make that move and fire Terry Stotts. I think you try to bring in a Mark Jackson or whatever if nobody wants him. There's a lot of qualified coaches out there like Lionel Hollins, Jason Kidd. Well, I don't know about Jason Kidd, but Lionel Hollins, Mark Jackson. Uh, Hell, I'm pretty sure there's some competent coaches in the G League that are looking for a shot. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't really like no college coaching in the NBA. There's only a handful of there's only a handful of college coaches that can come in the NBA and command that kind of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a Mike Krzyzewski, even though I'll never see him coaching in the NBA, but he has that cachet. A Larry Brown has that cachet. What up, Lamont? And shout out to Khalid Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Khalid Muhammad in the building. But yeah, man. I mean, them trading away Trevor Ariza, that hurt. Rodney Hood going down with that Achilles, that hurt as well. But even then, Zach Collins, I think the Zach Collins injury kind of hurt them as well. But even then, Nurkic played like shit. Hassan Whiteside played like shit. Gary Trent Jr. played like shit. So shout out to Gideon in the building. Well, another thing too. Not only does Terry Stotts, I believe he gets fired, but also believe they need to trade Hassan Whiteside, man. You talk about somebody that is soft as cottonelle. Or Khalid is my Cash App is $Freeway95 US. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put that up there. So that's my Cash App. That's my PayPal. $Freeway95 US. That's my Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jonathan McFarland in the building. So yeah, man, that whole man. Now I gotta check their salary cap situation as well because I don't think Portland really got money like that after they just signed CJ and damn to those big ass contracts. I know they took on Hassan Whiteside, but I think his might be coming off the books after this season. So yeah. Shout out to one there, Thomas in the building. Hey, did the Clippers win? I know last time I checked, I'm on the road right now, man. Last time I checked, the Clippers were winning by a lot. So did the Clippers hold on? Did they let Dallas come back? Okay, the Clippers did win? Okay, Clippers did. Of the Jazz and Nuggets. I think that game's tonight. I think the Jazz and Nuggets game's tonight. And the Jazz beat the Nuggets. Hey, I'm gonna tell you all right now. If the Jazz beat the Nuggets, Mike Malone definitely needs to be fired. If the Jazz beat the Nuggets, you talk about a coach, another coach that does little with a lot is Mike Malone. That's right. You heard me when I said Mike Malone. If the Jazz beat the Nuggets tonight and the Nuggets get eliminated, man, Mike Malone, your ass need to go bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, remember that video I did last week about expect coaching changes, expect a lot more coaching changes in the NBA after these playoffs. You're seeing it right now. You're seeing Brett Brown get fired. You see Nick McMillan get fired, but the thing about Nick McMillan getting fired is Indiana, he just signed a contract extension with Indiana, and then they still shit-canned him. And I think that was foul. I think that was bullshit. If you know you was going to fire the guy, why did you even offer him a contract extension? You say Gary Harris come back tonight, man. Man, Gary Harris ain't shit. Gary Harris ain't shit. Gary Harris, before he even got hurt, Gary Harris been playing like shit. So, I mean, look, if Utah just keep on playing the way they're playing, Denver going home, all right? And if Denver goes home in the first round, because remind you, you know, the Nuggets shouldn't even have lost Game 7 last year, right? They shouldn't even have lost Game 7 at home last year to the Blazers. And now Utah, but now they're regressing. And, you know, Mike Malone, you know, his rotation's been awful. You know, he really don't like change his strategy a lot. He get the quick hook on Michael Porter Jr. You know, they've been cutting Michael Porter Jr. minutes lately. So, I mean, man, look, if the Denver Nuggets lose this series, man, Mike Malone need to be gone, man, straight up. You know, and there's two coaches I think that should got fired. It's Terry Stotts and Mike Malone. All right, Brett Brown, I already told you about Brett Brown. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Fast Lane Jones? Shout out to Fast Lane Jones in the building, right? But yeah, man, Portland made me look like a complete idiot, man. I don't like that shit. I like to be right, goddammit. What up, Adrian Barbie? Salute to Adrian Barbie in the building. I like to be right. You know what I'm saying? I don't like having people telling me they told me so. I like to tell you I told you so. Shout out to Luda Rider Sports in the building. For real, man. Man, you just don't know how bad that shit pissed me off, man. That the goddamn Blazers got beat. You know, and not like they didn't have those games were winnable games. They just kept doing too much dumb shit down the stretch. That game last night, Portland should have had that game taken. They had that game for the taking, man, and they fucked up. Gary Trent Jr. shooting. You got Hassan, not Hassan Whiteside, even though he played like shit. You know, getting cooked by AD and all that. Nurkic playing like shit, getting cooked by AD as well. Playing soft. James J 2121, what's up, man? Long time no see, man. Hope good to see you, man. Long time no see. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Them guys shooting 30-foot three-point shots, man. They need to cut that shit up, man. And you know, horrible shot selection. Let's just be honest, man. Portland, if you want to point to one thing that the Portland Trailblazers did to get themselves eliminated from the playoffs was horrible shot selection. You had to point to one thing they did wrong consistently was horrible shot selection. Because look, them things look good when they go in, right? It look really good when they go in. When they go in, you know, Portland be up for all the 17, 18, 19, even 20 points or whatever like that, right? But what about the times when shots don't go in, right? Y'all over there trying to shoot between 2 and 3 people and all that, right? Doing step back threes. I mean, just low percentage shots. And then when you get a guy that's hot, you don't even go back to him. And this is why I fought the coach at, because the coach should be able to see that and be like, look, we got a guy that's hot right now. Why are y'all going away from him so y'all can get y'all shots up? No, y'all need to continue to find him until he gets cold. And then at that point, we'll go somewhere else. But you don't just go, you know, hey, I need to get my shots up too. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. Okay. If I do it right now, they'll kick me out the stream. So I'll see when you know what? I'm gonna have to check it. I'm gonna have to check it, but I can't do it right now because if I do it right now, I'll get kicked out the stream, and I don't get kicked out the stream. So if this the number one thing they need to do better is run some kind of offense that's going to incorporate everybody and stop playing this goddamn hero ball. You can't have a guy like Gary Trent Jr. having just as many shot attempts as Carmelo Anthony. Now, if there's one thing, if it'll be one thing if Gary Trent Jr. was out there cooking, like if he's out there like going like 10 for 12 and 9 for 12 or something, or even 8 for 12, right? If he's out there hot, then by all means shoot the ball. But you can't be out there like 4 for 12 and 5 for 15 and 2 for 14 and all that, and then expect me not to come here and roast your ass about it. And he's playing 30 minutes a night. He's out there playing 30 minutes a night. Now, when it comes to OKC, right? Danilo Gallinari, where was you at last night? You know you cost me money on FanDuel last night on Danilo Gallinari. What the fuck? That motherfucker had 7 fantasy points last night. 7. Where the hell did, man? That really pissed me off, man. I would look for, that's another pick that might come, that might blow back up in my face, man, because I picked OKC to beat Houston. So that's another pick that might end up getting blown back up in my face, man. Well, I guess CB3 has been, I can say he's been inconsistent, but I can say that SGA has been non-existent. Outside the one game, I think it was like game 4. Game 4 is when SGA really played good. But for the rest of them games, man, SGA has been non-existent, man. Him and Dennis Schroeder. But see, I don't understand why Billy Donovan don't play Nerlens Noel mode a lot more in this series. Shout out to RIP Sean Taylor in the building, man. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Y'all make sure you smash that like button on the way in the building. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna. I'm on the road right now, but when I get home, man, we're gonna talk more about this, man. Definitely, man. I got a lot of stuff I got to get off my chest, man. I know we got black issues going on or whatever like that. But as far as like this basketball, you know, hey, I'm all about this basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? But, man, Portland, man, they got, man, like I said, I got to see what their contract situation's like. I think I'm tied up to Damon's too. And then what you going to do, though? Anybody with a half a brain would know that you don't put Hassan Whiteside and Yusuf Nurkic on the floor at the same damn time. Because remember when Nurkic was traded to the Blazers from the Denver Nuggets, because that was the team that drafted Yusuf Nurkic, right? And then they came later on and brought in Nikola Jokic, right? But I've seen cases where Mike Malone would have both Nurkic and Jokic on the floor at the same damn time. And then minutes was getting so have crazy minutes a night. So they had to so he had to he had to leave because Nurkic was getting frustrated in Denver with Mike Malone. So that's why he got traded to the Portland Trailblazers, right? But anywho, I'm hearing stuff about Boston beating the brakes off of Toronto. I'm gonna reserve my take about that game until after I watch the game. But I know my brother. But I'm gonna reserve my take for that specific game until I watch it. But if what I see is what I suspect, that all them Toronto Raptors fans that were talking shit about me before the season started, yeah, all you Raptors fans out there talked all that shit about me. Talk about I ain't know shit about basketball, this thing and the next thing, and because I remember I told everybody before the season started that Toronto was gonna get bounced in the second round. Shout out to Trill City in the building. You say you picked the Heat over Bucks, but you picked the Bucks over Heat. Hey, you know what, Moneta? I don't know where that series is going to go at, to be honest with you. I think that series might go 7. I can see that series going 7 games. For real. I can actually see that series going 7 games. They're not... Miami not going to back from Milwaukee. They already beat us. Shout out to my boy Walker. Building. Got that. I know you got that under control, Mark Wanderlick. You know what I'm saying? Get them. I need y'all to get that done. You know what I'm saying? 100. I need y'all to get Denver up out of there so we get Mike Malone up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because that team is way too talented to be getting bounced in the first round. And then y'all 3 seed in the Western Conference, won 48 games. You won 54 last year. You won 48 this year. So the fact that y'all getting bounced in the first round, that's unacceptable. So Mark, hey, I need y'all to get somebody on Utah to get that done for me. You know what I'm saying? So Brandon said, I think it really depends on how Miami defends Giannis, because I dare Middleton and Bledsoe to beat. Hey, and if you're Miami, that's what you want. If you're Miami, that's what you want. They're going to pack the paint. You're going to see teams packing the paint. Orlando tried to do it in the they tried to do it in this series or whatever like that, right? But I think in the Miami series, this is why I think this is the series where they're going to miss Malcolm Brogdon. This is where the Milwaukee Bucks are going to miss Malcolm Brogdon, right? They gave Chris Middleton all that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to be counting people's pockets and all that. And I ain't one to be talking about what a guy should make and all that. But I think I'm in a position to say where a motherfucker's overpaid. And Chris Middleton was, in my opinion, overpaid. You give this guy max money. Man, look, max contract should be towards guys that are superstar status. You can't be no B player making A+ money. And that's what it is. That motherfucker was a B player making A+ money. But if you give my grade for Chris Middleton in that series against the Orlando Magic, I gave him a D. I would give him a D. He played like shit. Right? And if it weren't for Giannis having those games, right? Giannis having the games he had, the Milwaukee Bucks would be going home right now. Eric Bledsoe, I give him an F. Eric Bledsoe gets an F, okay? Yeah, I know, Brandon. I know you've been saying that. I remember you saying that quite a few times in the chat. Because I remember doing a video about that when Giannis himself came out and was like, man, I miss Malcolm Brogdon so much. Yep. I remember that. Shout out to the underrated darkness in the building, man. What's going on, underrated? Hey, if y'all ain't subscribed to Underrated Darkness, man, please do so, man. You know what I'm saying? I know every Sunday he have his fellowship when he talks about different topics and things like that, man. You know, those are very informative. You know what I'm saying? And he even show you what he made. You know what I'm saying? He try to be, you know, a little chef Boyardee in the motherfucking house. But shout out to the Underrated Darkness in the building, man. I appreciate you. That's right. Yeah, because if there's one weakness, Luda Ryder, you're right. Because if there's one weakness that the Milwaukee Bucks have is they allow a lot of 3-point opportunities and whatnot. You know, so you know a guy like Tyler Hero, a guy like Duncan Robinson. You know, I don't know what the deal with Kendrick Nunn was. I have no idea why Kendrick Nunn went from a starter playing 30 some odd minutes a night to a DNP CD. So, and then, you know, Jimmy Butler, I mean, to a lesser degree, I mean, he don't shoot threes all that well, but, you know, I'm pretty sure he can make some when he needs to, right? So, but you know, you know, one person who I think could be an X factor in that series, right? And, you know, I could be wrong on this, but the one person who I think, if Eric Spoelstra uses him, the one person I think that can have an impact on this series is Kelly Olynyk. If Kelly Olynyk gets the minutes, I can see him going out there and you know being the contribution and beating the Bucks. Oh, you said Kendrick Nunn didn't meet the body fat requirement for the team when he came back to the bubble. Oh, okay. Hold on, Lamont. Hold up. But he played in those 8 regular season games. He played in those 8 regular season games, and he was starting in some of those games. So how do you go from a starter to a DNP CD in the playoffs all of a sudden? You said that he suspended him? He said he was suspended until he got back in shape. So when did he play? When he couldn't play in the playoffs? So when did, okay. Man, I don't know. That don't make no sense. I mean, if the guy was playing in the bubble, but all of a sudden now he couldn't play in the playoff. I mean, I don't know. I gotta look that up, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see what the devil's going on in that. Oh, he did. What game did he play in? What game did he play in? What game did Kendrick Nunn played in? Because I was expecting him playing game 1, and he went to a DNP CD. I'm like, God damn, already? Oh, when Jimmy Butler hurt his shoulder? Okay. Okay. Jimmy Butler came back. I know they played game 4. It was game 2. That's what it was. Jimmy Butler hurt his shoulder game 2. But either way, I just thought that was kind of odd that Kendrick Nunn didn't get no run in the first round. But but I mean, he can play. I mean, he can light it up and things like that. But yeah, man, that's not going to be a walk in the park for Milwaukee. Milwaukee, because remember in that last game in the regular season when they played each other, Miami built a big lead, but then again the Bucks came storming back and they ended up winning by double digits. So, and that was their only win against Miami all year. Miami's been the only team that beat Milwaukee twice or multiple occasions this season. So that's gonna be a real interesting series. I think they start playing tomorrow. I think that first round, that second round starts tomorrow. It has to. And then the Clippers will play either Utah. But then again, if Utah wins, then they'll play Tuesday night. But if Denver wins, then they'll end up probably playing either Thursday or something like that. All right, I'm back. I'm back up in here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Had some technical difficulties or whatever like that. But hey man, shout out to P Cashin and shout out to Calladay for their donations through the Cash App. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I really do appreciate y'all contributions. So thank y'all very much. But as far as like the Boston Celtics, hey y'all, I definitely agree with that. I think Boston looked way better without Gordon Hayward. So it'll be interesting to see what they do when and if after the season. That's what I wanted to say. It'll be interesting to see what Boston do after the season when it comes to Gordon Hayward. I mean, but man, it's a FYD FYF fan club. Hey man, shout out to you, man, for being in the building, man. Appreciate you. Yep, I think Boston looked way better than I don't think they lost a game yet in the playoffs, had they? I don't think Boston lost a game yet in the playoffs. I think they swept the 76ers, and then they whooped the hell out of Toronto. Man, I'll tell you right now, man, Toronto better not lose game 2. They lose game 2, I don't see them coming back from 2-0 because they ain't got Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? So all them Raptors fans that run around here talking all that shit to me before the season started, talking about how they gonna win without Kawhi. Okay, now it's time for you to put your money where your mouth is. Now it's time for you to put your money where your mouth is. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if the Toronto Raptors are made of that ilk. You said Boston got first. Yeah, they still do got a first round pick. I think that pick might be. I gotta see if that pick is protected or unprotected. Because if that pick's unprotected, then that's going to go to somebody else. I think it's going to Brooklyn if I'm not mistaken. But I gotta see. I gotta see if that pick's protected or not. Because did they made a trade with somebody a couple years ago or something like that? I think they made a trade with somebody a couple years ago the way they acquired that pick. But hey man, I ain't worried about no trolls, man. I let them trolls do what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? Long as they ain't being disrespectful, long as they not long as they not running around here being racist, not like that, man. Just let them trolls do what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know I got a good channel, man. If I got trolls coming in, then hey, that's how you know my channel's on the upswing. Because it could very well be the opposite. You know, nobody's listening to my video. I ain't got nobody trolling my channel. So hey, it is what it is. I'm doing something right if I got trolls coming in. Anyway, but yeah, I gotta see where Boston got that pick from. But yeah, I do remember them having a first round pick. Hey, Lou, Lou the writer, hey, what pick are they coming in at? What pick does Boston have? They should be in the top, I think they should be in the top 10. I think they do have a top 10 pick. What pick does Boston have? I can't see it on my screen right now. Oh, and just know I'm still brokenhearted from Portland, man. You know what I'm saying? God, man, that shit really irritates me that Portland got eliminated, man. You know what I'm saying? Made me look like a complete fool. But yeah, what pick does Boston have, Lou? Or anybody in the chat room in that matter? If you know what Boston have for their pick, let me know. So that way I can, because not like I don't know about this draft patch right here. Outside of like 4 or 5 people. I gotta do my research on that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know from my initial look, and I might have talked more about Lamont with that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but outside of that, man, outside of like 4 or 5 people, man. All right, shout out to the real Candy City in the building and Jeffrey Weaver. Okay, so this is the thing about me hating on the Raptors fans, right? I have no ill will towards the Toronto Raptors. I have no reason to hate the Toronto Raptors, right? I'm making my prediction based on what I'm seeing, right? Based on the information I looked up, I've researched and all that. That's how I was able to make the determination about the Raptors get bounced in the second round. Now, a lot of you Raptors fans don't like that, and they came at me with the vitriol. That's what I'm saying. I'm making a prediction. I'm saying the Raptors gonna get bounced in the second round, and I get flamed for it. Matter of fact, I ain't just get flamed, I get flamed broiled for that. I do understand y'all won the championship last season, but this the thing. You ain't got Kawhi Leonard. You don't have Kawhi Leonard. So who is going to step up for Toronto? Because we see Kyle Lowry perform disappearing acts in the playoffs. Now Kyle Lowry's getting paid $31 million. I'm pretty sure y'all not paying Kyle Lowry $31 million to be performing Houdini acts in the playoffs. Oh, they got number 14 pick? Okay. Oh, they got number 14. Okay, 14. Okay, you say that, right? It wasn't just him, though, right? Now, most of those players have came back. You had Pascal Siakam came back. Pretty much the whole team came back intact, outside of a couple people, right? So, who do you have? If you need a bucket, like right now, if you go, because there's times you guys have gone through scoring droughts, right? If you need a bucket, right? Who on that team can go out there and get you a bucket? Because this is the thing, the Toronto Raptors, y'all are a good but not great team. And I'm not trying to throw slight, I'm not trying to throw shade, and I'm not trying to disrespect your team and nothing like that. But you got a bunch of guys that are good, but they're not great. Shout out to Marco Hinton in the building. Like Fred VanVleet, he's a good player. You know, he's a really good player, but he's not a great player. Pascal Siakam, he's a really good player. He's not a great player yet. I think, but he has the most upside of anybody on that team. Pascal Siakam has the most upside of anybody on that team, right? But this the thing, he ain't there yet. He ain't there yet. And if you ask me, who I pick out of Jason Tatum and Pascal Siakam, well, you know, that's an easy answer right there. Jason Tatum. Would you take? I'm pretty sure you as a Raptors fan, even you can even admit this, right? If you had a chance to get Jason Tatum, right, you would take Jason Tatum. You'd be an idiot not to. I'm not hating on the Toronto Raptors, man. I have no reason to hate on the Toronto Raptors. And yes, y'all did break up y'all did beat the Golden State Warriors or whatever like that. All props to you for that. Much respect to the Toronto Raptors for doing that, right? But at the same time, when I made my prediction about the Toronto Raptors getting bounced in the second round was because of Kawhi Leonard. Because Kawhi Leonard, okay, so I remember doing the video about this, right? Before during the course of the season about Toronto Raptors, right? And I'm not near my computer right now, so I can't pull it up. But I think the Toronto Raptors, they beat up on on the guppies, right? They played teams like say like the Chicago Bulls, some shit like that. They'll destroy him. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte Hornets, they'll destroy him, right? But I'm talking about the elite teams. And I think the Toronto Raptors has a losing record against elite teams in the league. And I'm talking like I think they swept the Lakers this year. So they got at least 2 wins off of that, right? Because they swept the Lakers twice. I mean, they beat the Lakers twice. But I'm talking like teams like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Clippers, and those top 3 teams that was in the Eastern and Western Conference or whatever like that. That's what I'm saying. You say, do I think they should trade Pascal? No, because you already paid him. You already gave him max money. So I'm pretty sure there might be some people that are willing to trade for Pascal Siakam or whatever like that. But my thing is, you already gave him max dollars. So if you're already committed to him, why would you want to trade him? If anything, I just need, for Pascal Siakam to develop a little bit more. He ain't there yet. And until y'all figure out an answer for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the Toronto Raptors are going to continue to have problems. And I don't, so y'all need to find a way to stop Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Because from what I gotta see the game, but looking at the 2 teams and how they match up, I think Boston's a little bit more athletic than Toronto, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I don't know about Toronto winning the series, man. I don't know. That's gonna be a little rough right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to shit on the Raptors, not like that, but at the same time, man, I don't know about them beating Boston. Nope. You say Kyle Lowry just came back from an injury? Okay. But even then, even before the Kyle Lowry injury, right? Because Kyle Lowry's has had moments where he just did not show up in the playoffs. It's been well documented. Matter of fact, game 1 against the Orlando Magic last year, right? The dude only had like 4 points or something like that. 4 points. He only had like 4 points, right? And DJ Augustine was cooking him. So not only he didn't score, he couldn't stop DJ Augustine for crying out loud. So, for what it's worth, I don't think Kyle Lowry the answer, man, to be honest with you. Fred VanVleet, hey, I like Fred VanVleet. I follow his career when he was at Wichita State. When him and Ron Baker was in the backcourt together. And, yeah, man, hey, Fred VanVleet's good, but he's not great, right? Marc Gasol is over the hill. Serge Ibaka, he's good, but he's not great. Right? Who else is a core piece on that team? Shit. Siakam, VanVleet, Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol's over the hill. Serge Ibaka's, okay, but he's not great. I mean, who on that team where if you need to get a bucket right now, who would you point the finger at? Who would you point the finger to? This, like, hey, look, we need this bucket like right now before, so that way we can go ahead and get this win. You can't point to one person on that team where if you need a bucket right now, they'll go out there and get you that bucket, right? Because listen, Pascal Siakam, they're supposed to be the ace in the hole, and he's been inconsistent at best in these in this bubble. He's been inconsistent. Hell, one can even make a case that he's been flat out non-existent, especially after the first quarter. First quarter, this dude put up these fantasy type stats, and then you don't hear nothing from Pascal Siakam afterwards. I mean, I'm just saying. Now, if I'm wrong, if Gideon's still in the building, you said Lowry scored. That's what it was. Thank you, Gideon. I know. I knew what I was talking about. Appreciate you, Gideon. Yep. Kyle Lowry, $31 million man. And scored not 1 point in those playoffs against the Orlando Magic last year, and then got cooked by DJ Augustine. Shout out to Brian Platt in the building. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. They got all that money tied to Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. So, I know a lot of people last year were talking about trading CJ McCollum, but where you gonna get a return for him, right? Because this is the thing about CJ McCollum, man. That, when I look at him, when he plays great, he played like Stephon Urkel, right? When he plays like shit, the motherfucker played like Steve Urkel. Shout out to Stephen Brown in the. Appreciate you for coming in, man. Appreciate you for being in the chat, man. Yeah, that's right. He did hit that game win over Marc Gasol. You right. You damn right he did. And now Toronto was able to get their act together and do a gentleman's sweep of the Magic or whatever like that, man. But that first game, man. That first game, man, we like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Orlando should not be beating the Toronto Raptors, But good that they got their act together and do a gentleman's sweep. But shout out to QB Solid 500 in the building. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I like Pascal Siakam. I think his career is on the uptick, but he ain't there yet. This motherfucker learning how to be a man on the fly. He learned how to be a man on the fly. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Hopefully, Toronto get their act together and show up in game 2. Because if they don't, tell you right now, they don't show up in game 2, it will be Yeah, y'all. All right. So I'm opening up the chat line, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in the house now. Man, I love stream, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, you know what I'm saying? No matter where I'm at, I could be on the road, on live. Come back and here. So click that link. We're going to come in here. We're going to talk about this, man. You know what I'm saying? Multitude of things to talk about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damian Lillard famous bye-bye. Yeah, man, that shit was crazy, man, when he hit that shot, man. But hey, that just goes back to what I was saying, man, when it comes to Portland Trailblazers, man, you know what I'm saying? You live by that knife, man, you gotta die by that sword. You know? So yeah, man, they're gonna be in some serious jeopardy, man, if they lose game 2. What up, Lou?
What up, LB, man? You know I had to get in on this.
Yeah, man.
Man, you about to watch the Boston Toronto game since you didn't get to see
it? Is that game on TV now? Or I thought that game was over.
Yeah, the game's over, but you said you record it?
Yeah, I gotta go back and look at it.
But I'm getting ready to watch this Denver and Utah game get ready to come up, man. The head coach of Denver needs to be on the line tonight if he lose.
That's what I'm saying.
Get all that talent on the team, don't know how to use it, and you about to lose to a Utah Jazz team who only got like one guy killing them. That's down in Mexico.
Yeah. What else? When it comes to what up, Gideon?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. What's going on with you, man?
Nothing much. You know, if you're Utah, you got to put this series away tonight. Because I'll be honest, if they lose this game tonight, they might blow a 3-1 lead in Game 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think Utah got to take care of business tonight, man.
You want to know something? I think if Denver lose tonight, they fire the head coach. I think the best person for that job be Nate McMillan.
I agree.
Yep.
Because he should not have got fired in the first place from Indiana, because that was a stupid move by them.
Man, see, this is the thing. They gave him a contract extension, man. So why would you give him a contract extension? They turn around and fire him and shit. That's foul, man.
Then they were talking about trying to get the Rockets head coach to be the next head coach in Indiana. Man,
that's some bullshit. Hey, but I already told y'all, short of a championship, outside of a championship, Mike D'Antoni good is gone, man. Because remember, they ain't gave him a contract extension after the end of last season. Neither him nor Daryl Morey.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, Mike D'Antoni is a lame duck coach.
Yeah, he is, man. Mike Malone doesn't know how to make adjustments, man. It's like he doesn't have any defensive rotations. He doesn't use the right lineups. It's like what helped him in the 2 games he won was Jamal Murray going off in the 4th and Jokic coming through in Game 5. But if Denver wants to win this series, they're gonna need help. Paul Millsap's been crap in this series. Michael Porter needs to be more consistent, and they're gonna need help from the bench, like in Mason Plumlee or in Monty Morris or even a Jeremy Grant to step up. You know?
No, the problem with Michael Moore, the problem with your boy
Mike Malone. Hey, shout out to my boy LVZ NBA Talk, man. If you want to comment, LVZ, I put the link in the chat room, man. But y'all make sure to go subscribe to him, man. LVZ NBA Talk, man.
The problem with Michael Porter Jr. is he's not being aggressive. He's selling for 3-point shots instead of being aggressive, taking the ball to the rim.
No, see, this is the thing. This is the thing I got against Mike Malone when it comes to Michael Porter Jr., right? One, he's so quick to give Michael Porter Jr. the hook. The dude makes one mistake, and Mike Malone quick to pull him, man. The dude, you can't play like that, man. You can't have a coach have you on eggshells when you out there on the court. Dude misses the. If they set a screen, he gets caught up in the screen. The dude shoots a 3-point shot. Then Mike Malone ready to give him the hook. Then, and when Denver was playing well, Michael Porter Jr. was seeing 30 minutes a night. Now they're cutting his minutes. They're playing guys like Paul Millsap and Jeremiah Grant. They're getting run over Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, man. It's like Michael Porter needs to learn to attack the rack and use his versatility. It's like he needs to stop selling for that outside shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I can agree with. I know his jump shot smooth as silk, but
not every time you gotta just settle for that shit, man. Put the pressure on them, man. To me, if they get Rudy Gobert in foul trouble, that could open up a bunch of shit. If they get Rudy Gobert in foul trouble.
That's why I don't understand why Denver don't do that though. Get them in foul trouble because they have to. Because you got Jokic down there instead of trying to body up against Gobert, he wanted to just stick to the perimeter, like basically shoot jump shots and 3-point shots instead of getting the ball down low, try to body up and try to get Gobert in foul trouble.
Hey, but see, this is the thing, right? Hey, like I told y'all before, right? When it came to the Denver Nuggets, man, one, I don't trust the Denver Nuggets for one. I saw them play against the Washington Wizards, right? They came down to DC, right?
So this is y'all's age.
They came down to DC. Denver had no business losing to the Washington Wizards. How did they end up losing by 14 points? Right? Then they came down to the bubble. They played the Washington Wizards again now. Washington Wizards ain't had no Bradley Beal, no Darius Vertonghen. They ain't had nobody. They look like a goddamn G League, a bunch of G League call-ups in that team, right?
Yeah.
And they were being all lackadaisical, just being careless with the basketball. Motherfuckers are shooting all kinds of crazy ass shots. Mike Malone had 5 power forwards on the floor at the same. No, actually, he had 4 power forwards and Jokic, right? Because he had Jeremiah Grant as a guard. He had Paul Millsap as a guard. Now a lot of that had to do with a lot of his players being hurt, right? But still, you roll that out there on the court in the preseason game. I'm like, man, you can't take Denver seriously, man. You can't. And it's like they play to the level of their competition, man. That should be irritating me, yo.
Mm-hmm.
That shit irritates me to no end. And then Jokic, I love Jokic, man, but Jokic plays so soft. Like, I mean, he's willing to do one-legged, fadeaway, turnaround jump shots. I'm like, what is that? And then Mike Malone. I can go on and on and on about how horrible of a coach Mike Malone is, man. You know what I'm saying? Another team that wins in spite of their coach and not because of their coach. So
yeah, another coach who's overrated to me is like Rick Carlisle, in my opinion.
Yeah, trust me, we talked about him too. Especially after that game against the Houston Rockets, man. You don't even use Boban. What the fuck? You got a guy 7'6". That's, man. You know what?
Yeah, man. I mean, the Mavs did get eliminated today, but it did make it a little bit of a comeback to make it a game. But what killed Dallas in this series, rebounding, not making the right lineups, and Kawhi, Paul was phenomenal. Paul George woke up a little bit. Reggie Jackson was huge in the fourth quarter today, and Zubac was big. So, yeah, the Mavs had a great season. They gave their best effort. But Dallas, they're going to need more personnel and depth if they want to go far in the playoffs,
Yeah. Man. But what time's the next game?
Around
the Jazz game's at 8:30.
Oh, Jazz games at 8:30? Is that on TNT or ESPN?
TNT.
Is it on TNT? All right,
yeah.
I'm gonna check that game out, man. I'm gonna check that game. Hopefully, I hope the Utah Jazz close the deal tonight, man. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to ask you, if Utah does win this series, do you think it could challenge the LA?
The Clippers?
Hell no, that's gonna be a sweep.
You said the Clippers?
Yeah.
Hell no.
If the Clippers don't come to play, they'll have a chance. But if the Clippers actually come to play basketball, man, I don't give Utah a snowball's chance in hell.
I'm gonna tell you what the Clippers gonna do. They're gonna probably have Kawhi, Paul George, guard Donovan, and force everybody else to try to beat them, with Utah can't do.
You do have a point, though. I think the Clippers will still win the series, but I think the Jazz could push into 5 or 6. You never know, because Utah has the 3-point shooting. They have some defense, though. And Donovan Mitchell, he's been phenomenal. That's a series where you can see Jordan Clarkson step it up. But major why I don't see Utah advancing past the second round. They just don't have another go-to guy to help out Donovan Mitchell and Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying about Utah. I mean, they only got like one guy that can create off the dribble, and that's Donovan Mitchell.
Mhm.
Joe Ingles can't do it. Fucking to a lesser extent, Jordan Clarkson can a little bit. You know what I'm saying, to a lesser degree. But
Like I said, I think Kawhi is going to be mainly guarding Donovan. I think George going to probably guard him too.
oh yeah, you know they're gonna key in on Donovan Mitchell, man. Because look, I can read. You don't let Donovan Mitchell beat you, man. You have to rely. You have to let guys like Joe Ingles or what's the other guy, Royce O'Neal. You know, if Royce O'Neal is fucking hitting shots, then as long as Donovan Mitchell's not going off, that we can live with Royce O'Neal and Joe Ingles going off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because if Donovan Mitchell, explodes in that series, another guy step up, LA's in trouble.
Yeah, I just for the Clippers, man. To me, they just got to go out there and play. Paul George can't be having disappearing acts. You know what I'm saying? Because he sure as hell. I don't know what he did today, but matter of fact, let me look that up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
He was all right today. He was okay, but the story of the game was Reggie Jackson in the fourth, and then Kawhi. He had 3 big baskets in the fourth quarter, and it's like when I was watching that game. If you're Dallas, you got to start going to the basket. I felt they kept shooting threes a little bit, and they got to make their free throws, man.
Yes. I'm sorry, guys. My Yankees just won the game.
Man, fuck you, Lou.
Hey, I've been a Yankee fan since I've been a kid, man.
Hey, I'm a Mets fan, so you know what I'm saying? I'm not happy about that. What up, G5 Gabe? What's going on with you, man? I'm a Mets fan, you know what I'm saying? That was a fucking wild-ass game, bro. Man, fuck the Yankees. Anyway, so Paul George, 6 for 19? Gideon.
No, I say he started off. Okay, my fault. I meant to say that he started off decent, but then down the stretch he played like shit. I meant my fault there. My fault.
15 points with 9 rebounds and 5 turnovers. Man, what the fuck, Paul George? What the fuck is that?
I mean, they're lucky they even won the game today because if it wasn't for Kawhi and Reggie Jackson, we'll be burning his ass up right now, and they'll be in the game 7. But luckily for Paul, but here's the thing: if the Clippers want to win the championship, PG needs to be consistent. You know what I mean?
Is anybody know if Moore gonna get suspended for game 1 against
the Morris twin?
Yeah, he might get suspended.
He probably will, but I don't know. I don't know. I know he got ejected.
Yeah, he got ejected because I think he pushed Luka Doncic when the Mavs were down by 2. Yeah, in the first quarter.
No, what happened is he hit him in the face, and Luka got mad and tried to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, they threw him out the game.
So if he got ejected, then I don't know. Depending on what the league do, now he might be back. Game 1, but it's not like they need Marcus Morris for to beat the darn Utah Jazz. Come on, man.
Yeah,
they don't, because Green had a good game today.
I'll be right back, guys. Gotta do something. I'll be back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, anybody else want to come in, man? Click the link. I put the link in the chat room. Anybody else want to come in and talk? But yeah, man. Hey, man, that Morris twin, man. Hey, that Morris twin. Hey, he not to be fucked with, dog. That Morris twin ain't no joke, man.
Like both of them out the same way. Both of them, like if you try to fight them, they will beat your ass.
Yeah, man, they would go upside your goddamn head.
And,
for real, man. I ain't no lie.
When I saw Luka Doncic trying to get up and fight Morris, I'm like, man, sit your ass down. You don't get your ass whooped, young dude.
Yeah, man. Paul George got Doc and his daughter on his mind. Man, look, if that's the case, he had him on. Man, he can't be worrying about that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That man, look, when it comes to people's personal life, man, I ain't trying to get in the middle of none of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's and Paul George needs to go out there and play. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on in his personal life or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? That shit need to, he just need to block that out and go out there and play. 6 for 19, man. Come on, man. You can't be out there putting up performances like that, but yet you are running around here shitting all over James Harden and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? When you out there playing like shit, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I love Paul George. I think Paul George is a beast, but you can't be, out there putting up those type of performances and yet you shitting on, you just taking unnecessary shots at James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's factual, but come on, man. Come on. That's bullshit. So if the Clippers have any kind of aspirations to win the championship, Paul George would be an integral part of that team winning the championship. But look, Clippers go all the way, man. We all know who gonna be the Finals MVP. It's gonna be Kawhi.
Cause Kawhi is doing his thing.
Yeah.
Cause I'll be like this about Doc Rivers. Look, y'all gotta do go out here beat Utah in 4 games. Y'all get to have what y'all wanted this whole season. The Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And the Clippers gonna be ready to play LA this time.
I think I don't know. The Lakers gonna have it depends. If they get Houston in the second round, man, look, that's not gonna be a walk in the park for the Lakers to beat Houston, man. That's not gonna be a walk in the park.
There's nobody on Houston who can stop Anthony Davis.
Big time facts, man. The Rockets, they're gonna get destroyed.
But that's the thing. But they just played each other before. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that the season was already over. They already had number 1 seed locked up. So I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can take away from that game. But I guess I don't know.
It's like
I can see if OKC somehow pulls off the upset, which I think is unlikely. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that OKC pulls off the upset, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting past the Lakers in the second round.
Big time facts. The Thunder just don't have the firepower. And the problem with OKC, it's like, other than Steven Adams, I don't think there's anyone else that can handle the Lakers' bigs down low. You know what I mean?
Nope. I mean, the only other guy that comes to mind is Nerlens Noel, but then again, I mean, Benny Donovan, really don't play him all that many minutes outside of an injury. Mm-hmm. So it's like, they're really relying on guys like CP3, SGA, and Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench.
Yep.
Because, I mean, let's face it, Danilo Gallinari, he's a good scorer and all that, right? He's a decent defender, but is he that type of guy that's going to put you over the hump? No. Nope. And then you got guys like Darius Baisley and Luguentz Dortz and Terrence Ferguson and shit like that. And I'm like, come on. I mean, these guys is poo-poo,
Pretty much. I mean, Dort could play some defense, but his offense is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. OKC they just don't have enough. I mean, it was commendable what they did in the season to get them to the playoff. DJ 7 for life, man. What's going on, man? Long time no see, man. I appreciate you, homie. Shout out to DJ 7 for life in the building. But anyway, yeah, when it comes to the OKC Thunder, they just don't have enough.
Yep.
And, even if they get past Houston by the grace of God, they're not getting out the second round. Houston, now they have a good shot at getting out the second round, but unlike Portland, Houston actually do have guys that can defend, like PJ Tucker, but I think he's gonna be overmatched.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna be overmatched in this series. AD ain't gonna just let PJ Tucker just do what the fuck he want to do on defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now in this series here, they cut. I know that Robert Covington been cut to some degree. Jeff Green's been playing good, but you can't expect that shit to continue, right?
I mean, he's a decent player, but if the Rockets want to have any chance to have a long playoff run, they're gonna need consistency from Ben McLemore, Jeff Green, Eric Gordon. I know his free ball's not falling for him, but he's attacking the rack, which is good. Daniel House is balled out in the series so far. So again, I do got the Lakers in 5 or 6 against the Rockets, but Houston. Reason why I give them a shot is because they can't hit that free ball. The question is, can they also attack the rack? You know what I mean? They can't just keep selling for the outside shot,
That's up to Westbrook.
Pretty much.
Because that's the reason they brought him in, because they needed him to be aggressive and get the ball to the rim. He's not a jump shooter. He's a guy who can get to the back anytime he wants.
Yeah.
And those other guards cannot guard him.
Mm-hmm. Russ needs to use his versatility to go to the rack, not set up for jump.
But Russ, he's not going. He always blows up in the playoff where he's do so many jump shots which he don't need to do, and they end up getting them out in the playoffs.
Yeah, big time facts. But I want to ask you, look, I think the Rockets lose in the second round, but if the Rockets, I'm just saying a what if, right? If somehow Houston gets to the NBA Finals, do you think Mike D'Antoni will keep his job?
Yes.
If they just get to the Finals, even if they lose?
They probably
if they get to the NBA Finals.
Okay,
if they get to so this is the thing, right? I don't think the Houston Rockets will make the NBA Finals, but if they do make the Finals, even if they lose, I think Mike D'Antoni keeps his job.
That's true, because Houston will have
but if he don't make it, he gone.
Oh, yeah. There's no more excuses for Mike D'Antoni and Harden and Russ. No more excuses. There's
and
no Go ahead.
Hold on, time out. Hold on. Why I said earlier that hold on. Time out. I got to retract that because earlier in the stream I said it's short of a championship. D'Antoni's gone. So I'm gonna have to go back to my original stance on that. If the Houston Rockets don't win the championship, he's gone. Period.
Probably. Like I said, there's no more excuses for Houston. It's like, again, you have to. I know the Clippers are deep. I get that. I know the Lakers have talent, but the Clippers have been up and down this whole playoff run so far. And the Lakers, it's like if LeBron or AD don't play well, they won't win. So it's like if you're Houston, you have a lot of shooting. But if the Rockets, like I said, want to have a run to the finals and have a shot to win, they got to drive that ball to the rack. You know what I mean? I know they lost you a lot of threes, but if the three ball's not falling, you got to go to plan B. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It won that. Hey, I agree with you 100%, man. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit needs to be left out, man. No one can. Only these fucking schoolgirls and these little butter biscuit boys and whatnot worried about Paul George's relationship and all that. Ain't nobody worried about that. Man, we're concerned about Paul George playing like shit.
Yeah, man. PG's been up and down this whole playoff run, really. It's like he's only had 2 good games in the series. You know what I mean? Games 1 and 5. He didn't play. He played like crap this game. He played like crap against 2, 3, and 4. You know what I mean? And if you're the Clippers, you're kind of lucky you're not in a game 7 because if KP was fully healthy, you might be in a game 7 right now. Who knows?
And that performance he put on Utah last year.
2 years ago, you meant 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. He better not do that again if they play him in the second round.
That's true. I mean, it'll be crazy, right? Will it be crazy? Assuming the Jazz beat the Nuggets today, will it be crazy if Utah eliminated PG again from the playoffs?
That won't happen.
I know it won't. I'm just saying. I don't think that will happen. I'm just saying that. I'm just asking, will it be crazy? You know.
I mean, just gotta That means Doc Rivers got to go. If they lose to Utah, Doc Rivers got to go.
If they lose, period, he has to go. If they lose, period, because the Clippers have too much depth, experience, firepower, and personnel not to get it done. There's no excuses.
I mean, if you lose in the finals, I mean,
Nah, man, nah. You got nah. If you're LA, you bought Paul George, you got Kawhi, you signed all these players to win a championship, not just get to the finals. Because you have to understand, if you're the Clippers, if you don't win this year, when are you ever going to win? Because the West is going to get tough.
That's true. I mean, I don't know if they got the chemistry to win this year. That's the thing.
So
didn't Jerry West talking about bringing in Mark Jackson to coach the Clippers at one point?
Mm-hmm.
So how far do you think the Clips will go, Lamont? I say
I think they get to the finals. I just don't know if they're good enough to beat the Bucks.
Milwaukee, listen, could Milwaukee beat LA in a 7-game series? The only way that can happen is if Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe and guys like a DiVincenzo or Pat Connaughton or Culver or Lopez step up consistently. That's the only way the Bucks can win it all,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This year's all up in the air. We just seen all the good teams play. The Bucks look bad, then they look good. The Clippers look bad, then they look good. Lakers look bad, then they look good. Like, no team has been consistent, so it's hard to really predict it. We thought the Rockets looked good until they lost 2 games to OKC. Now they look bad.
Sure,
Hey, hold up, y'all. Let me get JMJ in on this. He came in the chat now. What up, JMJ? What you got?
Man, oh man. And I saw the game, the Clippers and the Celtics and Raptors. The doggone Raptors really got exposed because in the bad part of it.
Hey, Gideon.
Yeah.
Hey, run the chat room real quick. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay, man. I got you, man. I got you. So you're saying
let JJ cook though. Let JJ finish what he got to say though.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Hey, how y'all brothers doing?
All right, we're doing fine. You?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Just saw a couple of games, you know what I'm saying? Walked the dogs and all that, but let me tell you something, man. If the Raptors lose to the Celtics without Gordon Hayward, they should without Gordon Hayward, it's a wrap for the Raptors.
Oh yeah, big time, big time facts.
I don't know about that.
And
it's just one game.
And then the Clippers.
Nah. If you're the Raptors, you don't have that mindset. Oh, it's only one game. You don't want to have that mindset because
no, you don't have that. But the Celtics have been, if not one of the most up and down teams in the NBA, especially when their shooting goes. When their shooting goes, they go. They've had those games where if they're not making shots, they look like one of the worst teams in the NBA.
They can still defend. Boston still has defenders on their team, and it's like Brad
But
Stevens.
their defense has been up and down too. In the bubble, they was one of the worst teams defensively.
Okay, but I think they can figure it out in this series. And because here's the thing, Toronto, yes, the Raptors have a nice team, but they just don't have that go-to guy in their team. They don't have a guy that can say, give me a basket consistently, though. That's when you miss Kawhi and Leonard. And I just think in this series, you're going to see a lot of games when it comes down to the wire. Who are you going to rely more, Jason Tatum or Spicy P? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the Celtics got the better players, I would say, at least at the top. But Toronto got an opportunity. They can make it a series. I'm not going to count them out.
No, I think you can.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this. This is a keep right on. Keep right on. The Celtics playing what they playing. They don't need Gordon Hayward.
Here's what I think. They don't need.
It's just one. Yeah, it's just one game. You got to think it's a long series, man. A lot can change.
I know. I know. Listen, I'm not saying it's over. I'm saying is that if you're Toronto, it's like. Think about it. If you don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, this season's a failure. All right, if you're Toronto, because it's like, I know they overachieved being the number 2 seed in the East, but it's like if they lose in the second round after just win the title with this personnel, the season's a failure.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a failure. I mean, they nobody predicted them to even be this good. And I mean, they're playing better. I mean, I think their defense is going to keep them in any series. Will they beat the Celtics? If the Celtics play consistent, no, they can't beat the Celtics. But the Celtics haven't shown me that they can play consistently. So that.
But I'm gonna tell you this, Lamont. Is Kemba Walker hungry now?
Oh, he's hungry. Kemba Walker,
hungry.
He's changing his game, man. Kemba, he's dishing that rock, getting guys involved, and Kemba's making big plays for his team right now. Even though I think Kyrie is better than Kemba, Kemba's just a better fit for Boston because he's not willing to look for the spotlight. He's willing to just allow his teammates do their thing.
Yeah, Kemba, they're different players, but I think he's a better teammate. He'll sacrifice more for the win as opposed to Kyrie. I think Kyrie played a little bit for his numbers, kind of.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I think Kyrie's better than Kemba, but you do have a point. Kyrie can be selfish sometimes, yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this: Kyrie had his moments though too. Kemba need to go get his moments, just like Kyrie.
If you Kemba,
you don't gotta search out moments because even if y'all look at some of Kyrie's best games, either when he was in Boston or even with the Nets, he had some great games, but the team either they were barely winning or they were losing. And it's just like just because we look at the great game, but we don't look at the outcome. That usually most of the rest of the team struggled while he dominated the ball and made incredible shots and didn't really impact winning. I mean, Kemba's having a better impact on the Celtics because he's doing less. He's letting the young guys get their shine, and he's stepping up when they need him to make shots.
Yeah,
it's not always about just getting your shine and having a fancy, the crazy game. That may happen every now and then when you get hot, but they don't need Kemba to do that with this team.
Yeah, you do have a point. What about Milwaukee and Miami? I got Milwaukee in 7. I just think that the Bucks are deeper. I just think they have more outside shooting, more firepower. I think this is a series when I expect Chris Middleton to step it up a bit. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, right.
I think he'll step it up a bit, though. I got Milwaukee in 7.
I think Milwaukee in 7. I like that prediction. But you got to think, Milwaukee gives up the most threes in the NBA, and Miami shoots the best field percentage of threes in the NBA. So one of those is something's going to cancel each. Something's going to give. Either Miami shoots their lights out, or they just miss a lot of threes, and Milwaukee can dominate. I don't see Miami missing a lot of threes, man. I don't see it.
That's why I expect it to go 7 because Miami's one of the best knockdown 3-point shooting teams in the NBA.
Yeah, they don't miss shots. They don't miss too many shots. They're a real efficient team.
That is true. But mainly why I think Milwaukee will win. I just think that Miami sometimes can go to these droughts offensively. It's rare you see Milwaukee do that sometimes,
I'll trust Jimmy Butler down to shirts.
Yeah, I like Jimmy, but I don't know. That one's up in there. I wouldn't put my money on either team. That's too hard to really guess.
I think whoever wins this series will go to the finals. That's just me.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, that's true. I do agree with that.
You think this is the de facto Eastern Conference Finals?
Like
NBA or the de facto? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because let's not be crazy. Boston. Let's be realistic. Boston, Toronto cannot beat Miami and Milwaukee. Boston did not deep enough, and Toronto, like I said multiple times, they don't have that superstar player. You know what I mean?
Man, I don't know, man. This series that series is way too hard to call, man.
True, man. I got Milwaukee in 7, but I'm not confident.
Then why'd you make this prediction then?
No, I got Milwaukee in 7. I'm just saying that it can go either way. I see where you're going now. I was just trolling you, but okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna see how Olynyk do versus Giannis.
Who?
Olynyk.
Man, Olynyk can't defend Giannis, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, he can't defend him.
35 a game in that series.
The only way Miami could win this series is they could do like a boxing 1 on Giannis. If they can do that and they're the other guys to shoot, they have a shot.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. You know, you got to force guys like you got to make guys like Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson beat you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they can. I think they can do that. I know. I know. Duncan Robinson ain't scared to shoot. Tyler Hero definitely ain't scared to shoot.
Facts, man. Tyler Hero, underrated. Could put the ball on the floor, can hit the three. And Duncan Robinson, he's been big in this season. Can hit the three. Nice catch and shoot player. Don't be Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. Don't be surprised if they become a legit shooting backcourt in the future.
Hey, did Tyler Hero surprise you coming out of Kentucky? Because I didn't think he had that great a year at Kentucky. He didn't have a really great year where to think he could. I thought he came out too soon when he came up. He surprised me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think that he was going to do that much coming out of Kentucky either, Lamont.
I was hoping he'd be NBA bust.
Nah, I don't wish that on him, but because he is a workhorse. He worked his ass off.
He's been working his ass off, man, and he's not been a bust. And I'm saying this: if Miami could get to the NBA Finals, this will solidify Eric Spoelstra as a Hall of Fame head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like people underrate Spo. Coach Spo makes the right adjustments, gets the right personnel, makes great defensive adjustments, and teaches ball movement and player movement. You know, Eric Spoelstra is a very underrated head coach. But you have moronic bronze sexuals who tell you that, LeBron made Spo. No, he did not. Because look what Coach Spo is doing right now. He has Miami in the top 5 seed. They're in the second round, and they might even get to the NBA Finals. And if they get there, they can challenge whatever West team comes out, you know?
Yeah. What I like about Spoelstra is he's not scared to bench a good player if it's for the betterment of the team. Like he benched Whiteside, he benched Waiters. I think he benched Michael Beasley at one point in time. Like he'll bench a good player if it means like setting an example for the rest of the team. And it's really made that team better.
Yep. Yeah, he does, man. Eric Spoelstra, like I said, he's not scared to fail. That's another thing. I like how Coach Spo, he's not scared to fail, and he's willing to put in the right lineups. Like I liked how he puts in the lineup of Dragic, Bam, Iguodala, Jay Crowder, and Duncan Robinson down the stretch. That's a good lineup that I think Miami would need to have if they want to beat Milwaukee, you know?
Yeah. But they got a good future, man.
Oh, they do, man. And I kind of doubt this, but they might get Victor Oladipo or Giannis. Think about that.
I think someone said I think someone gonna go to Miami. I think Oladipo. I think they say they're gonna go there, right?
I wouldn't want Oladipo if I was Miami.
Because he did think.
If I'm Miami, I'd go after Donovan.
Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if Mitchell's going to Miami. It depends. I don't know about that.
No, if I was Miami, I would try to go after him.
Well, if you do that, you might have to go for a trade. You might have to get rid of Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. That might be a big loss.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
Yeah.
I think they got too many guards down there anyways, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that they were going to go after Embiid.
Oh, Lord.
They tried, but I knew that was not going to happen. If they want to get Embiid, they had to trade Bam Adebayo. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I don't know. I wouldn't go after Embiid, but that's what I heard.
Me neither. Embiid is nice, but the dude's injury prone and he's not serious. I know the stats may say he had a good series, but if you actually watch the games, Embiid to me looked like crap down the stretch of these games. Turning the ball over, missing layups, taking jump shots that were not necessary. That's one of the reasons why Philadelphia got swept by Boston, you know? The stats may say 30-12, but I thought he was not impactful in the series, you know?
He looked sloppy with the ball for some reason. Every time he touched the ball, he just looked sloppy. You know, I don't know what was going on with him.
I know. Remember that game 3 when Philly was up by 2 late, and then B turned the ball over, and then I think Marcus Smart stole the ball and then gave it to Jaylen Brown for an and one, and then the next play, and B runner, and then I think it was Marcus Smart who bothered him again, and then Boston closed the game out. The thing with Philadelphia that kills me about this team, they don't have ball movement. They don't have player movement. They don't they don't do enough pick and roll, and they gotta feed Embiid down low. I'm tired of seeing the Sixers jack up a bunch of jump shots. And Tobias Harris and Al Horford were dull crap really much of this season, you know?
I don't know who's the right coach for Philadelphia right now.
Get a Mark Jackson if you're Philadelphia. Get a Mark Jackson because Brett Brown, his system doesn't work.
But are the players gonna look to Mark Jackson though? Are they try to do their own thing? Because I think that was the problem with them. They try to do their own thing instead of try to look to the head coach.
Mm-hmm. And the problem with Ben Simmons too. Ben Simmons needs a jump shot. I'm tired of seeing him. Yes, he can dish the rock, but Ben Simmons, he's more of a pass-first player. You know what I mean? Ben Simmons needs to learn to stretch the floor, you know, so it can take pressure off Embiid.
Yep. But I'm gonna tell you this though. Embiid, he just I say he's like I could say Shaq a little bit because he stay injury prone, but he need to have that killer
He's
instinct
just like Shaq. He don't stay in shape. He don't want to be in shape.
That's right.
When Shaq got to Hollywood, what he do? Instead of trying to focus on his game, he was more worried about trying to be in movies.
Exactly, man. Embiid, he needs to learn to go to the gym more, work on his reps, works on his biceps, and stay away from the junk food. If I were Joel Embiid.
Yep.
Hey, y'all see in the chat, man, the dude, Lamont 2.0 fan club. I fucks with him. Oh shit.
Oh, Lamont got a groupie.
Oh shit. That's he gotta come to the channel, man. I fucks with him. LB, is that you with the LB burner account? No, LB ain't on here. LB got somebody running around with says LB burner account.
Here, I have a question for you guys. Who do you want to see in the NBA Finals? Who do you want to see?
I say Clippers and Bucks. That's all. The Clippers and Bucks.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Clippers versus Boston in the finals.
What about you, Lamont? Who do you want to see in the finals?
I want to see. Damn, I would say I want to see the most exciting finals to me would be Celtics, like Lakers, just because of the teams. But
the rivalry, that'd be great.
Yeah, like the rivalry, and especially with the bubble atmosphere. But the probably is going to be either Bucks or Miami versus the Clippers.
Here's what I think. I got the Bucks winning the East. I'm sticking with Milwaukee. The West, it depends. If PG can be more consistent in the playoffs, I think the Clippers could win. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Really, the NBA Finals is going to be the Clippers versus the Lakers because everybody, that's where everybody want to see.
Yeah, man. I mean, if I want to see the finals, I wouldn't mind seeing the Clippers and Raptors. I wouldn't mind seeing Toronto playing against their former superstar. I wouldn't mind seeing that,
Yeah. Hey, real facts, that ain't me. Hey, tell real facts in the comments, that ain't me, man. I swear I don't know who that is. He think I'm trolling in the comments.
Man. Let me let y'all go, man. Y'all have a good conversation. Just appreciate it, Gideon, Lamont.
Thanks, man.
LB, man. And what's your name on the panel? On the other panel, the fifth one.
I think it's sorry.
Okay. Who? Me or who you talking about?
I'm talking about
Who's the Randall Sport?
Hey, Lou, man, when you gonna come on my show, man?
You want me to come on your show?
Yeah. Everybody got to get ether sometime. Huh?
Let me let y'all go, man. Y'all doing a great job, man. Even on ticket signing and others, man. Let me let y'all go. Salute LB. I'll catch y'all later, man.
See you later, man.
All right.
Just put your email in the private chat, or I could put my number in the private chat. You could just send me a text whenever you're ready.
I'm going. Rest in peace. Lute Olson, Chadwick Boseman, and Cliff Robinson. 2020's been a terrible year so far.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I don't know what's going on, man. This is crazy. Now, I knew Lou Olson was sick. Like, I knew it once he had the stroke, and I heard about a month ago that he was declining when they put him in hospice. But when you talk about Chadwick and you talk about Cliff Robinson, that just surprised me right there.
Yeah, man. But
I didn't know he was sick for 4 years.
Nah, nobody knew. He didn't tell nobody.
True, but what also killed me was Black Panther ended up getting colon cancer for 4 years. That's rough.
But hey, I knew something was up when they said he wouldn't be back as Black Panther after the last Marvel movie, and I'm like, why would they change Black Panther? And that's why he must have told Marvel he couldn't come back.
Makes sense.
Man, that's crazy.
And 2020 started off bad. David Stern passed away. Kobe Bryant passed away. Who else? Jerry Sloan passed away. Wes Unseld passed away. It's ridiculous, This pandemic going on. Come on, it's crazy.
Yeah, there ain't nothing been that people getting killed by the police, riots. It's the flu. I ain't been able to get nothing done this year because it's all the bullshit that's been going on.
Pretty much, and it's getting worse and worse. It's like I just want 2020 to end, you know what I mean? Because it's so sad how much crappy stuff's been going on,
Yeah, and then people are saying there's a lot more stuff that could potentially go on with all the food shortages and stuff.
Oh man.
So man, make sure if y'all listening, make sure y'all stocking up on y'all food, man, because it's some weird stuff going on with the food shortages that they ain't telling y'all. Get stock up on your canned goods.
Yeah, you need that nourishment. Get a bunch of fruits, vegetables, meat, bread, milk, water, juice. Get some, refreshments to keep you safe and healthy.
Facts.
Do like me. Grow your own food.
That can work too. Yeah.
What you be growing, Lou?
Potatoes, greens.
Oh damn! Okay.
Watermelon. Tomatoes.
You must be out south. Ain't no way you do that anywhere else.
No, I'm from Kentucky.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can do it in Kentucky too. That's what's up, though. That's what's up.
My grandfather taught always how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I want to add. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Gideon. You good?
No, you want to say something? Okay, I'll go ahead then. I want to ask you if KP was fully healthy this series, do you think the Mavs would have forced the Game 7?
I don't know, but I don't.
Nah. Yeah, I don't know. He changes. He changes a little bit because they have to guard differently, but it's hard to say, man. It's just hard to say. The Clippers are just a dominant team.
Yeah, man. Clippers are just too deep for the Mavs now. And the problem with Dallas need to. Wait, what? You have an echo, man. The Clippers, they just have too many weapons offensively, and their defense today was locked in, after the bad first quarter defensively, other than Luka had a big game, but other than Vinny Smith, Luka didn't have much help today. Tim Hardaway struggled. Kleba was terrible this series. Boban didn't really do much. Trey Burke struggled. You know what I mean? The Clippers, they just had more depth. Reggie Jackson was playing confidently in the fourth. Kawhi was red hot. But there was a play that really scratched my mind. Why in the fuck was Seth Curry guarding Kawhi Leonard? Like, I didn't get that. Like, I didn't get that if you're Rick Carlisle. What the hell, man? You know?
He figured that Steph Curry will bother him since him being short.
Well, that didn't work out. I would have put Luka Doncic on Kawhi. I would have put not
There's
Luka.
There's nobody on Dallas who can match up with Kawhi.
Facts, man. And Kawhi was big, hitting mid-range shots, going to the bucket, getting a big slam. And Zubac was big too. Zubac bullied Boban today.
Hey, Boban's soft as hell. So
yeah, I know. Do you remember? You know Atlantean, right? I remember Atlantean literally said that Yao Ming is resembling to Boban. What the fuck, dude? Yao Ming is way better than Boban Marjanovic. Atlantean sometimes says one of the most blasphemous things I ever heard, you know?
Hey, Shaq said Yao Ming was that good too. Shaq, remember, before he played Shaq played him, he was trash talking him all up in the news. Then Shaq played him, and Yao Ming cooked him.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's true. But the problem with Dallas in this series, they kept digging themselves holes, you know, and they keep fighting back. You know what I mean? I mean, the Clippers are that good when it comes to the defense and personnel, but the Mavs, they just don't have the depth. You know what I mean? They just don't have the experience. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just checking something.
Oh, okay. So, who you got tonight? I got the Jazz closing the Nuggets out. You?
I don't care. Like, I just want to see a good game, close game.
True. What about you? Go ahead.
If Denver job, like the guy for Denver job is on the line, so he got to make sure they win tonight.
He better win this series, period. He better win this series. Because if they lose in the first round, this season's a failure.
Who you talking about? The Clippers getting?
No, we're talking about the Nuggets and the Jazz. I got Utah eliminated Denver tonight. You?
I like Denver, man.
Wait, you think Denver comes back from 3-1?
Yeah, I think Denver can win this game. Yeah.
Well, getting Gary Harris is big, but Gary Harris, he hasn't played all that well this year, you know? And he hasn't played in the bubble, so I don't know how he's going to come out from this injury, you know?
All I know is Denver better not do what Portland did last night.
Big time facts, man. Portland, I know they competed, but Portland had opportunities. They don't move the rock at all, man. They don't move the ball. They're stagnant. They play one-on-one basketball. Their interior defense is garbage. And I know CJ had 36, but CJ McCollum did not play a smart game to me. I know he likes playing one-on-one, but he needs to learn to dish the ball and get other guys involved, man. And Gary Trent, he jacked up stupid shots last night. Nurkic and Whiteside was soft as fuck. Anthony Simons, the dude's overrated. And Terry Stotts, here's what I just think about Terry Stotts.
Shit.
He's garbage. Terry Stotts, to me, is the Brett Brown of the West. That's
no, he's not, man. I'm telling you.
I don't agree with that. There's one person who I think is the Brett Brown of the West is Mike Malone, but nevertheless. But go ahead, Lamont.
No, I think Terry Stotts just got dealt a bad hand, man, with the injuries.
Nah.
He had injuries all year long. Then when he get to the bubble, he got Ariza not showing up, and he got injuries to Collins still. When it looked like Collins was going to be in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't think. I don't think it's his fault. I thought he's been doing a pretty good job in Portland, to be honest.
Nah, man, nah. It's like, bro, the Blazers, how many times have I seen this team play bad interior D, can't guard the perimeter. How many times have I seen CJ and Dame take bad shots, Nurkic selling for threes all of a sudden, and then every time Melo's in the rhythm, they don't feed him the ball. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's all Terry Stotts' fault, but he's not a great coach because he doesn't make adjustments when for them to win. And last night's game showed you. It's like,
But how can he make adjustments without a roster? He didn't have nobody to make adjustments with.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you can't always use injuries as an excuse. Like, here's an example, Lamont. 2018, all right? Boston went to the Eastern Conference Finals without two of their best players. So, again, I understand Portland had injuries. I get it. But still, it's more than injuries of why they seem underachieved, you know?
Hey, I got some people to shout out in the building, man. Shout out to let's see, a lot of people came in when that stepped outside for a second. You know, Taryn Milton, GCV, The Shy. Let's see, who else? True to King TV, what's up, man? Shout out to my boy True to King TV in the building, and Think Tank. Hey, Lamont, this you on this goddamn this you?
No. Hell no. Hey, that's not me, man. this shit funny
You
to
bring
me.
a burner accounts to this motherfucker, man.
LB, but it's somebody with its name is LB burner account that be coming on my page is you. The name say LB burner account. They be commenting on there all types of shit.
Yeah, whoever that was, he can't come on here. I blocked his ass, but anyway,
yeah, because that ain't me, man.
All right. For once, I'll take your word for it.
I just thought it was funny.
But yeah, man, this whole man. So you think Terry Stotts should keep his job, Lamont?
This is what I think. I think he needs, as the coach in that team, he's gonna have to do the hard thing, and he's gonna have to tell the GM and the organization that either Lillard or CJ has to go, and it's probably gonna be CJ. You cannot win with both of those guys in your backcourt. You got to trade to get more pieces, especially at the small forward, or not the small forward now that you got Melo, but at least at power forward. And you got to bring some more defense in. They traded away Mo Harkless and Aminu. Those were the two defenders that were bailing Lillard out last year.
Bad moves by Portland.
Yeah, but they had to trade them because Aminu and Mo Harkless were such liabilities on offense last year that
definitely a liability on offense.
They were missing open shots and all types of stuff. So they tried to switch it up this year, but then their defense just got worse. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They got to trade Lillard or CJ. It's sad to break them up, but the only way you really get better is you got to let one of them go.
But for who, though? We're going to trade for? Because you need another.
I honestly don't know, but what I'm saying is, like, they gotta get more length at the guard position. They only got small guards. If you look at CJ, Dame, Simon, these are small guards. Even Gary Trent is a small guard, and he's limited offensively unless he has an open three. So I don't know, man. They got to make some type of move to shake it up, but they got to find a way to get bigger at the guard position.
True. I saw this comment saying that
maybe they work out a deal with New Orleans.
Excuse me?
Maybe they work out with a deal with New Orleans, get Lonzo Ball there.
No way. If I were Portland, don't make that trade. No way. But I heard this trade. Taryn Milton in the comment section said, "Oh, trade CJ to get Ben Simmons." What do you think about that?
Hold on, say that again.
There's a comment I read saying that the Blazers should consider trading CJ to Philly to get Ben Simmons. What do you think about that?
I mean, that will work too. I don't know if Philly's going to do that, but again, he counters everything that Dame can't do. He can make the right passes. He's not going to take away shots from Dame. He's a big guard defender that can help Dame out on the perimeter. I mean, he does everything that Dame can't do. You know, we saw Dame struggle when they forced him to be a playmaker off the double team. You can't do that to Ben Simmons.
That's true, because Ben Simmons is a very quick passer and he has very high IQ. And Ben Simmons, he's not a scorer, but he's more of a slasher. He likes getting guys involved and like getting guys to open shots. The thing with Dame, look, I think Dame is better than Ben Simmons, but the thing with Dame, when he gets hot, he can jack up a lot of threes, but sometimes he jacks up a lot of bad shots, you know?
Yeah, well, that's
the one thing we talked about. Lamont, I've heard you talked about this on your channel. I've talked about this a lot on my channel. When it comes to Portland and their shot selection, they take bad shots.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when it goes in, no one really complains about it, especially when they're hitting their shots and they're going up by like 17, 18 points. But what about when it doesn't go in and they allow teams to come back because they take bad shots?
Exactly, man. Here's how I can describe the Blazers. And this is my opinion. The Portland Trail Blazers are like the Houston Rockets, kinda. You get what I'm saying.
They're lesser than the Houston Rockets.
No. If you take away the 3-point shooting. Because here's why. Both teams like playing iso ball and one-on-one. You know what I mean? You guys get what I'm saying?
But see, this is the thing. I don't know if you noticed. Lamont probably noticed this or whatever like that, right? But you know, Russell Westbrook don't take as many 3-point shots as he did when he was with OKC.
True, he is playing smarter.
Yeah, I mean, he's making it work in Houston because he's doing the opposite of what James Harden does. Mm-hmm. He's giving them that mid-range. That, like, if he was out there just jacking up threes to everybody else, they would be a horrible team. But he's giving them what they don't do. So I think the coaches over there in Houston are telling him, play your natural mid-range game. Don't worry about chucking up threes. Everybody else will handle that. I think that's what's helping them be effective.
Yeah, because, you know, Russell Westbrook, man, was his ability to drive and finish at the rim, you know, that puts massive pressure on the defense, man.
Yeah, man. That's true. And Russ, he just loves attacking the cup. Like, he's very athletic. And even people say he doesn't pass. Russ can pass. It's just that he's more of a scoring guard, you know? Yeah, so, and I'm saying that, again, I think the Rockets take down the Thunder, but I think the Thunder can win Game 6 tomorrow. I think it'll go to Game 7, but I just think that Houston, they just have more firepower than OKC, you know?
Yeah, that's all it is. They're going to outshoot them.
Yeah, you think it goes 7 games? I think it will.
OKC?
Yeah, because OKC's down 3-2. Game 6 tomorrow.
I don't know, man. They just been both teams been. Gilchrist Alexander's been such a disappointment to me, man.
I know, right?
I can't believe it, man. I thought he was inconsistent, but the more I've been watching these games, SGA's been crap. And
I told you, Gideon. You saying he was inconsistent? I'm like, inconsistent. The motherfucker's been non-existent.
My fault. Yeah.
Yeah, nigga. Schroeder had to step up and save his ass a couple times. It's like, I don't know. If he steps up and just does his normal average, they have a chance to win some of them games. He ain't even giving them his average.
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at me like that for?
Who are you talking to, Lou?
Yeah.
You got a parakeet in the house somewhere?
No, I got like 2 dogs and 2 cats.
Oh, they're probably looking at you while you eating right now, ain't it?
No.
Oh. Hey, I see you got that gator. You got the gator with the fucking one eye, with the one eye patch, Lamont.
Oh yeah, I got him back. My dog.
You did get him back. Okay.
Yeah, my dog tore the last one up. I had to get a new one.
Damn, man. You know what I'm saying? I like that I like that gator in the background.
Yeah, he back now.
All right, that's what's up.
That's crazy. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I woke up.
Hey, come on in, James. Come on in, James. Yeah, man, that guy dang on, man. I mean, I've never been so disappointed in the team when it comes to the Denver Nuggets, man. Denver Nuggets, Portland Trail Blazers, man, they made me look real bad.
Yeah.
LB, you playing FanDuel tonight?
No, I ain't playing FanDuel today.
LB, I won 270. I won 270 yesterday.
You
on
want
one of my lineups.
Oh, when you played the $3 entry?
Yeah, the $3 entry one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like 50th something place or something like that.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations, man. Hey, that $3 tournament is so fucking hard to win, man. God,
it's hard. You ain't lying. Hey, you know, LB, I got a screenshot. This was earlier in the year before the season was canceled. I was in first place for the 100,000, right?
Right.
And this is what happened, man. I remember the fucking game and everything. The fucking Sacramento Kings playing the fucking Spurs. Yeah, the Sacramento Kings playing the fucking Spurs. The Spurs, all DeMar DeRozan has to do is make these fucking free throws in the game. I'm gonna win the 100,000. This motherfucker misses the free throws. Fox comes down, gets fouled. The man fucking rebounds his own missed free throw, ties the game. They go into overtime and then fuck my whole shit up. Fucking DeMar DeRozan fucked me out of 100,000, man, on fucking FanDuel, man, because he couldn't make a goddamn free throw.
Boy, hey,
that's why the first night in the playoffs.
Hey, man. Hey, matter of fact, a couple years ago, Lamont, I'll tell you this: Danny Green. I had two instances, right? There was one where I could have won $50,000, but Danny Green refused to show up in the playoff game against OKC, right? And it was Deion Waiters. So there was like 128,000 player pool. I ended up finishing like 91st, and I won like hey Google, stop. So I ended up winning like $66, right? No thanks to Danny Green, bum ass, right? And then so a few months ago, back in February, I won $3,000 on the late slate.
Hey, I did some goofy shit. I actually won. I'm gonna send you the screenshot. I put it in one of my videos for FanDuel where I did a lineup with Lonzo Ball. I did 3 lineups. I forgot to go back in and change 2 of them up, and I ended up winning first place. I won $3,000 for each lineup. I won $9,000.
Oh yeah, I see that video. I see that video.
I was like, and off a mistake, I just slept through and let the lineups all be the same. I didn't change them up, so that's why.
Yeah, you won $9,000. That's what's up, man. Then a couple years ago, I won $5,000 off a late slate. And guess who won me that money? Joe Johnson, boy.
Oh yeah.
It was the playoff game. It was game 1, and Utah was playing the Clippers in the first round, right? And when Joe Johnson hit that game winner, that what got me $5,000 right there, boy. Hey, yo. Hey, man. And then I remember winning another $450 prize pool. And the person who won me that money was Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol won me $400. He won me like $400 that night because I was in this pool of like 90 players, and I was the only guy that picked Pau Gasol. And Pau Gasol went completely off. He was playing for the Chicago Bulls at the time. They were playing the Denver Nuggets. So I had no salary cap and whatever like that. You just pick whatever players.
Hey, we got to do a FanDuel episode together, LB.
Hey, yeah, I agree with that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take. I seen your number in the private chat. I'm gonna text you my number, yo.
Yeah, text me because we gotta do a FanDuel episode because I play almost every night. I didn't put one. I didn't play today for some reason, but I'm definitely gonna play
either.
Tomorrow.
I ain't played today either.
I don't know why. I think I just forgot about it. I forgot to put my lineups in. That's all.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Because I think it's like 3 games tomorrow or something like that. Is it 3 games tomorrow?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so. It's like Rockets and I think the first game between Milwaukee and Miami Miami is tomorrow.
Yeah, I do good on those short slates too. Whenever it's short,
yeah.
it's them big slates that be getting me. It'd be
See,
all over the place.
I try to avoid those big slates, man. With all the 12 or 13 games and shit like that.
Oh
I
man,
avoid games like that. Between 3 and 5 games. That's what I would like to see.
hey, them be the nights when Malik Monk dropped 40 points, and if you don't have him in your lineup, you're like, no, who thinks to pick Malik Monk on a big slate?
But see, that's the thing, though, man. You know, a lot of people, you know, see, when I build my lineups, I like to use the bottom up approach, because when I do the top down lineups, you know, yeah, you get those guys in, but then again, you know, you might miss out on that value guy that might be seeing 30 minutes due to injury, right? Or you might miss out on the one dude who might get a role boost because he's playing, you know, because, you know, coach might reduce minutes for other players to get that guy a role. Just little things like that. So that's why I pay attention to those beat writers, you know, those beat writers that be with the team and all that, to see where they're going to go at. And, you know, injuries play a big role in that, man.
Heck yeah, man. I done got screwed over by so many late injuries and all that.
But that was because FanDuel wasn't doing late swap. But now they got the late swap. Now, you know, you can actually make those adjustments on the fly.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that until the other night when William Gabriel was out and I was able to fix it.
Matter of fact, let me see. What games? Let's look at the schedule tomorrow. Matter of fact, while we on here now, we can talk about it right now, Lamont. Since we ain't got, I mean,
Yeah.
We can talk about it tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow there's only 2 games on the docket. So you got Miami, Milwaukee, and then you got Houston and OKC.
Let me pull it up.
Huh?
I'm gonna pull it up on my screen so I can see what I'm working, because I got to see the prices too.
Oh, you know what I can do? What I can do is share screen on Lamont.
I might bet that Milwaukee and Miami game tomorrow.
You be betting straight up, or you go off the point spread?
No, actually, this is gonna be like my first time ever betting on a game.
Oh, okay.
Cause I'm on ticket Betline channel now. He was talking about how he be betting on these games and all that. So I said, what the hell? Like,
Oh, okay, I see it, LB. I didn't know you could do that.
Huh?
I see it now.
Yeah. So here we go, right? So first game we got Miami and Milwaukee, right? Now, look. So for me personally, right? I can see Jimmy Butler D'ing Giannis up, right? For this game. Bam, Bam had, despite the fact he was in an elite matchup on Indiana, he had some up and down games against Indiana. 8,000, I think he's right at his price. Giannis is right at his price. Jimmy Butler's right at his price. Chris Middleton at 6,800. I like that price for Chris Middleton. If he goes like 75 or whatever like that, I think he gets too expensive. Damn, what do you think, Lamont?
So with me, I got certain philosophies that I just try to stick to, whether I'm right or wrong.
Right.
One of my philosophies is do not go heavy picking players against the Miami Heat, because them motherfuckers play defense, and it's just been consistent all year long with this team. They've been known to have people play under their FanDuel value. So I mean, you'll have the occasional person who goes off and it kind of throws you off, like with Vucevic in the Orlando series. Well, not that, but I'm talking about with the last series with the Pacers, and you had a few guys who went off. But I don't like going heavy going against Miami, because their defense too stout.
So I had to pull up some on NBA.com, whatever, because that's when I go NBA.com and look at the fantasy points, whatever like that. Because I use that as a baseline, but not as a thing that, or this where I make my final decision at or whatever like that.
Yeah, I do like George Hill though, with Bledsoe being hurt probably as a cheap pick.
Bledsoe out. I see he's a game time decision.
Yeah, that hamstring. I would keep an eye on that. But I like short slates. My strategy is to try to load in my lineup as many all-star starters as possible, and then just throw some bums in that could potentially do well at the end. So I would just go heavy. I would just spam starters.
See, I would try to go. See, it depends on. To me, it depends on the slate. If there's a lot of value or whatever like that, then yeah, I would go stars and scrubs, but or studs and duds, whatever you want to call it, right? But if there's not a whole lot of value, then I like to take a balanced approach.
Yeah.
If there's not a whole lot of value, and
balance could work today. Balance could really work today. Who's on that other slate? Who's on the other game though? Who's on the game for the moment?
OKC and Houston.
Yeah.
Gonna be one of those nights for Donovan.
Look in the chat, LB. You got James beefing with this the Lamont Lane 2.0 fan club.
Man, I let them do all that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do this shit. So look. All right, man. So get this, Lamont. So in the 3 games they played against each other, right? In the regular season, right?
Yeah.
Giannis has averaged 25 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, let's take it back. He's averaged 25 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 turnovers, 1.3 steals, 1.3 blocks. So 59. So 52.9 fantasy points, right? Now, as we both know raw points are going to matter, right? Raw points are going to matter on short slates, right? So, but he is 11.5. Do you think we can get away with paying 11.5 for Giannis in this game? I say no.
I wouldn't go heavy on Giannis because I feel like he's probably gonna get you his average in fantasy points, maybe like 59, maybe like 55 to 60, but it's not gonna really elevate your lineup unless he goes crazy and gets you like 70 or 80.
Right.
I
just don't see him going off like that, you know?
I like Gallinari and Eric Gordon better in a high scoring matchup.
I like Gallinari too for the simple fact he laid that egg last night, and people are going to be off. People are going to be off on Gallinari, so I want to go right back to the well on him.
And look how he played. Look how he played in his last bounce back game. When he played bad and then played again, he had a real good bounce back game. So
get this right. If you look at the guys that can get you about 60 fantasy points, right?
Yeah.
We know Harden. Russell Westbrook to me is my favorite player on this in this entire slate. Matter of fact, if I play multi lineups, I would have all of Russell Westbrook, right?
But he's on minutes restriction.
But I still think he can get there on he only played 23 minutes.
Yeah, he's on minutes restriction. As long as he's on minutes restriction, I can't ride with it.
If that's the case, then I can't play him at 9,400. I can't do that.
Nah. If he was like 78 or something, maybe. But not at the 94.
No, not at 94. I need to guarantee he play at least.
Got at least 35,
30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, man, that I can't pay 9,400 for that. So I mean, Chris Paul at 8,200. Look, I don't. I need Chris Paul to go out there looking for blood like he did in Game 3 and in Game 4, because those are the 2 games they won.
Big time facts. Chris Paul needs to be a leader and needs to understand. If he
being a leader. I need him going out there looking for blood. Okay.
Right.
LB, you know who I'm going heavy on Alexander next game. I'm going heavy on him.
SGA.
Yeah.
Yep. No way he plays that bad again. That's on his mind.
Oh my God. He played 34 minutes yesterday. Had 4.3. God.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh my. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 turnovers. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm going heavy on SGA tomorrow.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy. Yeah, he played bad.
Oh my. Hey, I thought Gallinari. And Gallinari yesterday, right, Lamont? So Gallinari, he had
what? He's had
1 point, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, and 4 turnovers.
God damn,
oh my God.
God damn, Gallo.
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
But if you really think about it, the Rockets really should have swept the Thunder if you really think about it. Because, okay, Houston blew that 5-point lead late in game 3. And then in game 4, they're up by 15, but he kept jacking up a bunch of stupid threes, you know?
God damn. And then Eric Gordon, hey, can we still play him? I know Russell Westbrook on marriage restriction. I still think we could play him. His price is going up to $6,000 though.
No, I like Eric Gordon. Because he do more than just score. He do more than that. He can get you a few steals and blocks, which help too.
I mean, that price right there, man. Oh, that price right there make you want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? But I still think he's a good player. Daniel House, I think so. I can't play Daniel House even at $5,000. I can't do it.
Daniel House has been big in this series, man. Daniel House, he's athletic, can hit the 3. Yeah.
But I think he's scoring dependent as well, though, man.
Well, FanDuel wise, he's not I wouldn't say he's a great pick for tomorrow.
Okay, so let me not to get too far off track. So in the Milwaukee game, right? So you got Giannis that averages 52 fantasy points a game, right? Against Milwaukee, against the Miami Heat. Then you got Chris Middleton, who averages 35 fantasy points against the Miami Heat. Now, mind you, I think some of those games were without Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Hey, did Jimmy Butler play in that last game when they played each other? I don't think he did.
I can't remember, to be honest.
I gotta look because I don't. Matter of fact, we can look it up right now. What up, James?
Is James in here?
Let's see. I thought they played each other. Let me see. So they played on August 6th. Jimmy Butler did not play in that game. So
Utah killing this team.
Yeah, Lamont.
Yeah.
Hey, he did not play in that game.
Yeah, so
I don't know how much weight I can put on Chris Middleton with 35 fantasy points.
mm-hmm.
Lopez, right? He's averaged close to 30 fantasy points, and Brook Lopez at what's his price? Brook Lopez only 5,700 gets you 30 fantasy points. Hey, I can rock with that.
You like Brook Lopez?
I like Brook Lopez in this matchup.
Yeah, I like Brook. I like Brook too.
Yeah, so I can see, I can see that.
But he hasn't been going over 30 fantasy points in a while. I don't know if that was the matchup. He struggled against the Pacers.
He did struggle. He averaged 5 for 12. No, he's averaged 5 for 11 from the field. So 4.7 out of 11.3 attempts. He's averaged 16.7, 5.7 rebounds, 1.7 blocks a game against the Miami Heat. The guards, I'm not touching no guards from Milwaukee. Not Eric Bledsoe. He may not even play, but even if he did play, not touching Eric Bledsoe. Now George Hill, on the other hand, I know you mentioned him. Now I would rock with George Hill. George Hill, he averaged 20 fantasy points, and at 3,800,
Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. George Hill's at 44, ain't he?
Oh, he's at 44? Man, I don't know about that, man. If he was still at 3,800, I would have interest. But at 44, nah, I don't think I'm not touching none of the backcourt for Milwaukee, bro. What do you think?
I don't know. I like George Hill if Bledsoe is out.
Yeah, but if Bledsoe plays, then would you like him then?
No, I don't like him. If Bledsoe plays, and that just kills his usage.
Yeah,
you don't have no usage.
Yeah, but I'm not touching Eric Bledsoe.
Who's your sleeper? I got a sleeper for tomorrow. Who's your sleeper?
Was it Dante DiVincenzo?
You think so?
Huh?
Yeah, that's your sleeper.
Sleeper pick? For what? The Milwaukee Bucks?
No, just in general. Like, who's your cheap sleeper pick for the day?
Oh, okay. I gotta look that up. Let me see. Miami Heat. Hey, if a cheap sleeper pick to me would come from the Miami Heat. So a guy like Duncan Robinson, I could see myself playing tomorrow for a cheap sleeper pick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I think I wouldn't say this is a sleeper, but I got Jeff Green as a sleeper pick for tomorrow.
Jeff Green? Man, Jeff Green will be way popular, man. You see how well he's been playing in the bubble?
Yeah, he's not really a sleeper, I guess.
All right, so get this, right? So now Jimmy Butler only played one game against the Milwaukee Bucks. He did he scored 38.7 fantasy points against them, right? Well, Bam at 36.9, $8,000, 36.9 fantasy points. I can't see myself paying. I mean, look at power forward on FanDuel, right? I mean, power forward on FanDuel is just trash, man. I mean, you almost have to pay up at power forward because look at the guy. See, Jeff Green, what he did yesterday. I think his minutes got cut. No, he still played 30 minutes yesterday. 24 and a half.
Power forward is just ugly tomorrow.
Oh, my God. Power forward is such trash, man. I mean, you might have to play DraftKings tomorrow if you want any kind of flexibility and some shit like that.
Yeah.
Robert Covington at $5,600. Jeff.
See, that's going to be the position. If you hit on the power force tomorrow, you're going to be in the money.
Yeah, exactly. And but Ersan Ilyasova, he's just not seeing the minutes. You know, I mean, your Marvin Williams is taking a lot of the minutes. I don't know. Let's see. Against Miami. I don't know about that. I Marvin Williams is trash.
Yeah. Hey, but like you say that he's the type of player that can mess around and go over 30 FanDuel points, and you be like, why did I put him in the lineup?
I know, right? Hey, shout out to Jacob Jennings for his contribution through the Cash App, man. $20 donation. I appreciate you, King. I appreciate you, King, man. Salute to you for being in the building, man. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, I mean, it's so bad. Power forward on FanDuel is so bad. Yeah, you got to hit on that, man.
If you don't hit on that, because you can't go with Nerlens Noel.
Nope.
Can't touch him.
Nope.
You might have to just take the risk on Marvin Williams. At least it'll save you money.
Right.
And then just buy up somewhere else.
You might have to pay for Bam because Robert Covington, he's too volatile. Look at it. He had that good game.
I don't see him. He's not having back-to-back good games.
And then he had 3 steals. Yeah, okay. He's not a guy that goes out to get. He's mainly a scoring dependent guy.
Yeah.
So I go see people chasing that tomorrow. I'm not playing Robert Covington. All right. I mean, no. But I say this: if you playing one lineup, you're not playing Robert Covington. All right. Now, if you're making multiple lines, you might have some shares of him, but no. But Miami Heat, I mean, Bam had 36.9. Justice Winslow, he ain't there no more. Goran Dragic, look at it. He's 35.5 fantasy points, right? And at 6,500, hey, I can get behind that. What do you think?
Yeah, I got him in my lineup. The first lineup that I did, I definitely got him in there.
Yeah, I can definitely get behind that. And then look at even Andre. What's Andre Iguodala's price? Because they might. You know what? I can see them playing Iguodala, right? To
slow down Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah. But will he give you any usage though? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. So going Dragic definitely in my lineup tomorrow. And then you got Kendrick Nunn has some success against the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, will he see any kind of playing time? That's a whole different story, right?
I don't know. I will
say this, Lamont. He will be low owned.
Yeah,
he will be low owned.
That's true. He will be extremely low owned.
Yeah,
but I like the shooters because remember, Milwaukee gives up the most threes in the NBA. And,
they do.
And Miami shoots the best percentage from three. So you got to look at Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. You got to at least put one of those guys in your lineup.
Jay Crowder, he averages 25.1 fantasy points against the Milwaukee Bucks, and his price is at $4,700.
That's a good pick too, though. What do they have him at, small forward?
Yeah.
I like if you went with a star-studded lineup, you could go with Jay Crowder, Marvin Williams, and like a Duncan Robinson to even the money out.
Right.
And you could be happy with that just because it makes sense,
So yeah, so I can definitely get behind going Dragic. Maybe matter of fact, make a contrarian lineup with Kendrick Nunn if Spoelstra decides to bring him off the bench. But I'll tell you, he will be extremely low owned, right? If he goes out there and goes off, then you're gonna be sitting pretty. Depending if your other lineups does well. Jay Crowder is a nice value guy. Tyler Hero, like you said, and then Kelly Olynyk. Look at that, 22 fantasy points, right, for Kelly Olynyk, right? And he's only $4,000.
I just don't know I don't know how they will use him against the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna see the minutes though. That's the thing. I don't know if he's going to see the minutes. Then we go to the next game with OKC and Houston, right? And Houston can close that thing. Houston can close this out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
See, James Harden with Russell Westbrook back. I know Russell Westbrook's on a minutes restriction, but can we still play him at 11-2?
I don't know, man. That's a lot. I mean, the thing is, the only way I play James Harden, I'm only putting him in my star-studded lineups. I'm gonna pair him with Giannis and maybe Jimmy Butler, and then just try to even it out around him. But I'm not putting him in any of my balanced lineups. I don't trust him.
Yeah, I mean, look at Russell Westbrook. He played 3 games. He's on a minutes restriction, but he does average 50 fantasy points against this team. And then James Harden averaged 44.7 against OKC. And everybody,
but that's not enough. That's not enough for James Harden at 11-2. He got to give you over 50 to make it worth it.
At least,
because Jimmy Butler gonna give you 40.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And then you got SGA on vengeance mode. I guarantee you he goes over 40 tomorrow. It might not even be a need to go for James Harden.
And the more to think about this slate, Lamont, the more I'm thinking about a balanced approach, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I just did a balanced lineup. I was like, the balanced approach actually might work better tomorrow.
And then going studs and duds.
Yeah.
And then because if you look at Chris Clemens, he don't see no minutes, right? Daniel House, he only averages 19.4 fantasy points. PJ Tucker, we all know he plays a lot of minutes that does a whole lot of nothing outside of play defense, right? Eric Gordon, he averages only 12.5 fantasy points, right? But that might be a little different now. He only did play 2 games. He did play 32 minutes. He did average 32 minutes in those 2 games. But, and the rest of these players are just poo-poo, right? Then if we go to OKC, which I really expect them to play with some vengeance tomorrow. They need to, else they're going home. Who is it? Houston Rockets. Chris Paul averages like close to 40 fantasy points against this team, right? He had a bad game last game too, so I expect him to come out and play with some vengeance. So I'm gonna get by. So thinking about it, my starting guards would probably be Chris Paul and Goran Dragic.
Yeah, so I got. Because before I get out of here, I'm gonna tell you who my lineup is. At least my balanced lineup. I got what you said. I got Dragic and Chris Paul at point. I got Jokic, Alexander, and Jimmy Butler at shooting guard. I got Eric Gordon and Gallinari at the small forward. I got Bam and Marvin Williams, and then I got Brook Lopez at center.
Yep. Now for me, I might play. You know what? For some reason, I want to play Kelly O, man. I want to play Kelly O tomorrow, man. For some reason, I think this dude's going to be. He's going to go off, man.
Hey, when you get a gut feeling, you got to go with it because you're going to regret it if you don't.
Yeah, man. I can't tell you how many times I be wanting to play a guy that I know play him, or I'll play him and I'll take him out before lineup lock. Like yesterday, right? I played fantasy baseball, right?
Yeah.
And I had Christian Yelich in my lineup. I take him out for JD Martinez, and then when I look again, Christian Yelich hit a home run. I'm like, bitch.
Hey, you nice with me. You nice if you could do baseball. I can't do baseball. It's too much going on. Too many players.
Hey man, I tell you this one. I played DraftKings one time. I played in the 10-cent league for DraftKings and won like $25 because I finished second in this player pool. It was a 10-cent league on DraftKings and won $25, man. Had I put that
when it comes to baseball, it's easy to I would have won that shit, man. About that.
Hey, I won 500 on hockey and I just guessed on everything. I got third place.
Hockey, man, you talk, man. Look, I think of all the hockey is very, very difficult to play, man. You know what I'm saying? But there's a way that I use the process I use. So I look at the Vegas line to see what team, because one team who gives up a lot of goals, I look at the goalies who tends to give up a lot of goals, right? And then I look at this stat line called Corsi. So Corsi is a catch-all stat in hockey. It takes account for like shots on goal and all that, right? The player that takes a lot of shots and shots on goal and all that type of shit. So I use that, and I use like the Vegas line to see what goalies give up a lot of goals and all that. And but yeah, man, I think I won like $50 one time playing hockey and whatnot. I don't know a fucking thing about hockey, yo.
Yeah, I don't even know why I did it the day I did it. I was just doing it just because I had some extra money in the account.
I just think it had something to do with the fact that I wanted to play fantasy and there was no basketball during that time.
I think that was it too. Because I fucked around and did a race car or some UFC or some shit one day. Didn't even know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah. Hold up, Lamar. You did race car. You did NASCAR.
Yeah, NASCAR.
What race did you do?
Yeah, I played that too, man. Matter of fact, I played NASCAR last week and I came in like 79th. Because there was like this 10-way tie for first place, man. You know what I'm saying? Had one turn went right, I would have won that $30,000, man.
If y'all do NASCAR again, make sure y'all pick Jimmy Johnson, because he guaranteed to finish in the top 10 every time he drives.
Hey, Jimmy Johnson, this is last year, so he trying to go out with a bang.
Damn, this is last year. He getting old. He been doing this for a minute.
That's what I'm saying. He retiring after this season. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So yeah, NASCAR is very volatile, man. You can start off in first place, the next thing you know, your ass and goddamn
what?
Your ass would be way back in the back.
Yeah, 35th place and on one car accident happened. You out.
Yeah, one car accident, man. Your ass is done. You know what I'm saying? So what up, James?
What's up, fellas? What's up with it?
What up, James?
What you up to, man? What's good?
Just cooling, shooting the breeze. Glad y'all cooking on some shit. Y'all talk about a lot of shit, bro. So you know, I'm a baseball man. I played every sport, but that NASCAR and hockey, y'all can have that.
Hey man,
I don't fuck with that NASCAR and hockey. Why you think y'all got no brothers playing? Nigga be skating without a stick, like said. Nigga be looking for beef out there.
Well, where I grew up, man, we always did. You gotta know NASCAR, like where I grew up, because if you don't, you're a dumb son of a bitch.
All right, Lou, the main names in NASCAR, everybody already know. Besides that, what the Hamlins, the Jimmy Johnsons, Dale Earnhardt. Other than that, man, nobody know about that.
Hey man, so there's this guy by the name of Tyler Reddick. He's a rookie. Hey man, he gonna be a problem. But but the guy I like
the NASCAR LB.
Yeah, but there's
right.
a guy who I really like though. His name is Chase Elliott. Now, if y'all know who Chase
I
Elliott
heard of him.
Chase Elliott is the son of Bill Elliott. You know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah.
Bill Elliott ran back in the day.
Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty, my era. That's the only two niggas I knew that when I was coming up. That was
Bill Elliott ran in that era too, yo.
Dale Earnhardt was great.
Yeah, his daddy in that era. That's what I'm saying. I forgot his son till you said his name. Race in this league right now, but back then, that's the only three names that we fucking knew about.
Oh,
Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt, and Richard Petty.
Yeah, Richard Petty. But another guy who I listened to, who I looked at a lot back in the day was Rusty Wallace.
Oh yeah, him too. I forgot about. See, when you name him, I can remember. But that goes to show you, I don't know about that shit.
Yeah, there was him. There was Bobby Allison, and then he had this and I think it was Davey Allison. I think it was the
you
Allison.
Rusty Wallace, though, huh?
Yo, Rusty Wallace, yeah.
Yeah, that was his name.
You gotta admit it though. Those guys got a lot of balls because they risk their life almost every race they drive.
Hey man, that shit crazy, man. You know what I'm saying, man. Look, Dale Earnhardt has out there in North Carolina, man. He has a massive following. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even in death, he has a massive following. Him and his son, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Man, I'm telling you, man. Out there in North Carolina, man, they follow this motherfucker to the ends of the earth, right? Then get this. So Charlotte's where they have the NASCAR Hall of Fame, right? And that's where they also do the Coca-Cola 600. Before the whole pandemic hit, you couldn't, man. Look, the traffic be so bad out there in Charlotte, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah. You never want to go to a NASCAR event because it's good to see it, but the traffic is bad. It's way worse than this Kentucky Derby traffic.
Hey, dog. Hey, get this right in Richmond, right? And I live in Virginia, right? Down in Richmond, right? They like any weekend they be holding a race out in Richmond because Richmond is a short track. It's only like 1.5 miles long, right? Man, them motherfuckers be out there, man, tailgating, fucking, people be bringing their trailers down. Motherfuckers be having overnight parties, man. It gets crazy down in Richmond, bro. With that traffic and them people out there tailgating.
Hey, be telling Gators like it too.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But hey, I'm going to shut down the stream, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take care of some business, y'all.
Hey, who went in the Jazz game?
Utah's upset. They have not trailed yet in the game.
All right, good looking.
All right, so I appreciate y'all for coming on. Appreciate everybody that listens to the stream. Smash the like or the dislike, whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. Hey, Myron, if you listen to this video, man, give me your email address or your cash app so I can give you your money. You know what I'm saying? This your boy. Scream at me. Arf!
Arf!